So, you see the
Good morning.
right over.
It's a beautiful day, huh?
Doing a little,
With that, I'm Michael Ross. I'm the CEO of the Pasadena Center Operating Company. And we're the operating company that manages not only the convention center, the Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Civic Auditorium, and the ice rink. And on behalf of the staff, the board of directors, the city of Pasadena, we're very excited about a great announcement today for one of our largest, or I shouldn't say one of our largest convention ever here booked within the city of Pasadena. A couple things about the event, and I'm not going to give it away. I'm going to let some other folks talk about it. But Pasadena was selected by the National Academy of Sciences to bid to be the host city on behalf of the United States. The convention will generate over 6,500 room nights, which is by far our largest convention ever in the city of Pasadena. COSPAR will bring between 3,500 and 4,000 attendees from all over the world, and they'll be in Pasadena in July of 2018. We're fortunate to have such great partners as Caltech, JPL, the City of Pasadena, our Pasadena Convention Center. And as we work together, obviously we want to attract and secure scientific conventions such as COSPAR. With that, it's my pleasure to introduce our mayor, Mayor Bill Bogart, to say a few words.
Thank you very much, Mike. It's a pleasure to be here and to join with Mike Ross in celebrating the announcement that is being made today that the city of Pasadena is hosting the General Assembly of COSPAR in the year 2018. This is a global conference. It is one of the most prominent scientific meetings in the world. It will fill, as Mike said, more than 6,500 hotel room nights and bring significant business to local restaurants, stores, and cultural venues during the period of the conference, mid-July, July 14 to 22, 2018. I must say that Pasadena is perfectly suited to welcome and host a conference of this kind. As the home of the world-renowned California Institute of Technology and the world-renowned Jet Propulsion Laboratory, we're prepared and poised to welcome this very distinguished international group to Pasadena. These elite institutions are at the forefront of space, technology, engineering, mathematics, and advanced edge science. We are deeply proud of the remarkable roles that they have played on behalf of humanity in the scientific exploration of space. To quote Sir Martin Rees, the distinguished British astronomer royal, who fittingly summed up Caltech's status in the scientific world, he said, the universe of astronomy has no center, but the universe of astronomers does. For years, that center has been in Pasadena, California. We believe this to be true for space science as well. We are truly privileged to welcome the COSPAR event in 2018, and we look forward to sharing our great city with all of the visitors who will be here at the time. Now, I have the privilege of introducing the next person who will brief this distinguished gathering. I invite Dr. Thomas Prince to the podium. Dr. Thomas Prince is the professor of physics at the California Institute of Technology, holding a joint appointment with Caltech's NASA JPL, Jet Propulsion Laboratory. As a senior research scientist, he is currently the director of the W.M. Keck Institute for Space Studies at Caltech. Dr. Prince serves as chair of Caltech's Scientific Program Committee and has played a key role in bringing COSPAR to Pasadena. I welcome him and I ask you to join me in doing so.
So it's a real privilege to represent Caltech here this morning. And by the way, I'll be talking about both the Caltech campus and about the Caltech Jet Propulsion Laboratory. So we are very inclusive as Caltech of having both under our umbrella. This is a great success. It's a great success for Pasadena. It's an absolutely great success for the scientific institutions here in Pasadena as well. And besides the Caltech campus and JPL, I'll also mention the Carnegie Observatories, which is a very premier institution for astronomy here, and we should always include them whenever we're talking about great science here in Pasadena. I think for Pasadena, the recognition of Pasadena as an international destination, an international center of excellence, through the selection of to be the host of COSPAR is really amazing. So let me tell you, so 2014, the COSPAR General Assembly is in Moscow, okay? 2016 is in Istanbul. Okay, also since 2000, it's been in Montreal, it's been in Paris, and it's in Beijing. And in 2018, it's going to be here in Pasadena. So that's a very, so we're right up there with Beijing, Paris, Moscow, Montreal, and it's just, this is a great success for absolutely great success for Pasadena. So let me tell you a little bit about COSPAR, just very briefly. COSPAR is the international meeting for space research. Okay, it's the international meeting. It occurs every 2 years. I've just given you the last few. And it covers all areas of space research. So that includes planetary exploration, solar system, includes space physics. It also includes, very importantly, Earth sciences, so viewing the Earth from space. Okay, it also includes parts of human spaceflight, and last but not least, my passion, which is astronomy. So it includes all those areas. As mentioned, 3,500 of the leading space scientists from around the world are going to be gathered here. And I think Southern California is an especially good place for an international conference. We are a very diverse community, and this community will be extremely diverse coming here, one of the most diverse, period, in science. So I just think that with Caltech, JPL, the Carnegie Observatories, the great facilities here at the Convention Center, the team that was pulled together to compete for bringing this event to Pasadena, there could be no other better place in the world than right here in Pasadena. And so what I'd like to do next is introduce then the person who has been most instrumental in organizing and getting together the group that put together the proposal that was successful and that has brought this event to Pasadena. And that's Greg Vane. He is from the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. He is described as a senior executive strategist for solar system exploration. So that's quite something, right? Someone who's managing solar system exploration. He has done both earth sciences as a scientist. He has almost 100 papers published, and he's also led JPL's what is called the formulation of ideas for instruments and future space planetary missions. So Greg, with that, welcome you.
Thank you, Tom. Tom has a reputation. Those who have to follow him after he's given a presentation say, boy, I really hate having to follow Tom Prince. Thank you for the kind words. On behalf of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory and my parent institution, Caltech, I too would like to say how absolutely delighted that we are here today to celebrate this, this fantastic opportunity to bring the world to our doorstep. Tom has told you a little bit about the history of COSPAR. It was founded back in 1958. So in 2018, that will be the 60th anniversary of it. And it was founded specifically because of the launch of Sputnik, followed very closely by the launch of Explorer 1, which of course we built up in the Arroyo. This was the birth of space science. In fact, Explorer 1 made the first observation. Space science discovered the Van Allen radiation belt. We didn't even know such a thing existed. Completely revolutionized our understanding of the Earth's environment. And that was just one, that was just the starting point. So the founders of COSPAR said, well, this is great stuff, but we're in the middle of a Cold War. The Soviets can't talk to the Americans and vice versa. We need an organization that will help bring the scientists together for peaceful exploration of space for the benefit of mankind and humankind. And that's really what COSPAR is about today. There are 46 member states who are members of COSPAR, and its parent organization, the International Council for Science, has 131 member nations. So when we say international, we mean this thing will really be international. So how did this come to be in Pasadena? Well, about a year ago or so, I was at a National Academy of Sciences meeting in Washington, and some of my colleagues there were commenting, we haven't had the COSPAR Scientific Assembly in the U.S. since 2002. That's a long time. We really should be thinking about bringing it back to the U.S. So I timidly raised my hand and I said, well, if you guys would like, I'll talk to folks back in Pasadena, see if they would be interested. So I rang up a few folks on campus and at JPL Director Charles Alachi. They all said, go for it, Greg. This would be a great opportunity. I personally have been involved with many organizations who have had conferences here at the convention center, so I knew we had a world-class facility. And since I've lived most of my life in Pasadena, I'm a Pasadena partisan, so it was an obvious thing to take the plunge. We obviously could not have done this without the Pasadena Convention Center and Visitors Bureau folks who were fantastic partnerships in putting together our proposal. My colleagues on campus and at the lab thank them deeply, and the many folks who supported them. The hotels around the area, we're very grateful to our friends over at the Hilton who are partners in this, and the Sheraton. All the hotels have really thrown in and provided us with a nice blocks of rooms so that we can get as many of the attendees here in Pasadena as possible. In fact, lots of new hotels are coming up. We hope to get those all locked up specifically for this convention. I guess the last thing that I would like to say is that I've mentioned a couple of times the number 60. COSPAR will be the 60th anniversary of the founding of COSPAR. Well, you think back about the fact that space science itself was launched by a team of scientists and engineers centered here in Pasadena in 1958, also 60 years ago. This is a dual anniversary. So for all of us in this community, including the Carnegie folks, including the Planetary Society, which has 45,000 members worldwide, including Virgin Galactic, all of the various companies and entities here in Pasadena. This is a real event for us to celebrate. So it's fantastic to be here in Pasadena to do it. It's wonderful to have such a great partnership with the Pasadena Convention Center folks, and we thank you all.
Folks, this concludes the formal remarks. Folks will be around for questions and answers. Again, thank you all for attending, and we're absolutely thrilled with this wonderful event coming to Pasadena in 2018. Thanks for being here.
This event, the COSPAR conference in 2018, is a perfect fit for Pasadena because it is built upon our strengths in science and technology and engineering, and the great institutions and the great companies that are here involved in space exploration. It will provide rooms, hotel rooms, and restaurant usage and stores, cultural events, and it will once again put Pasadena on a global map as a place where very important things take place.